Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Wasempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Wasempa, Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM Ekosiisen dwumedie no aso a utie na ma ye na ase ne yema munyina kwaba ensan famomra Ekosiisen so medin dio saibonsu from yobi ma menkamfo obapa product emamo na mu amunnim no and yabo hu de row fi ha abo obapa product eye product ahodo miensa mainly in the Africa Queen Mackerel so when you tuna ho me pacho Africa Queen Mackerel tuna woman no esoso anuncio ede o ye jollof o ye nkwan o ye stew utimi ede ye ena ye sign wo oba papa sardine eno eye the best sardine in tomato sauce, highly nutritious ede pa in fact when ya dokno bi pa no watu agu so aja ese wani ense wo kachre oba papa sardine ena wo tomato paste papa ye wo obapa tomato paste a original tomato paste from Europe, pure red, highly nutritious. Obapa now have in stock, easy to open, no need for knives or tin cutters. You just have to hold the top opener and it opened into a very simple unhia tin cutter. And it's a kind of open to 0302 668357 0302 668357 Obapa tomato paste wara obecheke. News coming in etremwa enne unim se enra Chairman Wontumi ene na lawyer for Eko police headquarters no we're told later say police for amano bail na almost sign share ne say enne on sign Emra police headquarters enne Chairman Wontumi ko PMO police headquarters na information a yensa kan say owie ya o free CID headquarters no eyade a national security operatives bin so esan ba be fa no e de ne ko Iyoko by Iyoko is part of national security inti Iyoko officers akwa no e de no eko say he's in the custody of Iyoko. The reasons we don't know. Yebehwe se yebenya inchiremu na yetumi ede amamo. Enti muma yenshane. So Chairman Wontumi has been arrested after he left the premises of the CID. He's been arrested by the Economic and Organized Crime. Is it organization?
Economic and Organized Crime Organization.
Yeah, it's organization, right? Office. Yeah, it's an office. Economic and Organized Crime Office. Iyoko for Afano. Assign Edeno Echo. Indeed, that's where we are now with Chairman Wontumi. Asempa FM so any make us say idea the Honorable Clement Opoku Jemfi, popularly known as Kwame Poku CID, or a private legal practitioner and a former DCE for Amansie South District. And Oye Ubia, Oye the incoming national youth organizer for the NPP. Wabe Kansa Ewo studio ha. Ye share him a member of parliament for the Guan constituency and a former deputy national communications officer for the NDC. Fred Agbenyo Eba Bekansa Ewo studio ha ne won etumi edin komo. In the moma yenshan, we would also be speaking to the communications head at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transitions. Yibinya no ahoma so ne ani ono nso edi enkomo. But mama honorable akwaba na bibia boko.
Obi nyankopon daroma me hu de eye.
Yes.
Na akadiaka. Akadiaka.
As a new man see sweet.
Oh, of course. Obi and me client call police station. Ratade sheme.
O clients they mudi hin. Adenta komi.
They be one the different one cry.
Oh, okay.
They call East Legon police station.
Oh, okay.
Na lawyer ni no client ratade sheme.
Ojuma do so awe ni nyina.
All because intimi anto atade ansen ho nra. Ti yesora no panye doom light.
Until white was anka wo hye ya wantimi anto.
Obi. Na imagine say we a court na ka mekwa.
Ka waso an hye.
Ka maso an hye. Ntumi sha atade be akeka fa court. Na ye ka say yenim say amamu the challenges challenges beba. I mean, you cannot have a perfect system. There's no perfect system in the world. Enti mo be mo maye so the economy intibia mo amote kaso that's it ibedum no say mo nya no daily kura na de mfa ne say week bia no mo bedum have be 2 days off ne we say out of 7 days no there will be a 5 days bia wetin da ya onioma nyina toto onioma da ye you still ni ade da chef fridge da no your chance say wo ha pre o say light no edun no enya ya say edum na so no kwa na ha adwen o say onioma na chese bibia comes to a standstill edum light all of a sudden tuntum bi esan ban mini be na tuntum ni free ho ba.
But when you say head of communications with energy ministry, lawyer Richmond Roxon, Ewa Homane, so I'm in the Incomo, we are not sign about Hobio Council. Akwa Ekosiisen Suni.
Let me say,
Yamia de Mananswe.
Good.
Inti on the issues of the container, I mean, and the media throw a lot of attention onto that story. Now that as our committee need your report, Abba, who details in the report, no? What next? A day beyond the basis is here.
I mean, that was for opportunity. Now, that with before to us. It will be important for me to give some context to the conversation so that Obia won't follow from scratch, at least a bit near here. Obekaya, December 2024, Abra, there was a transition team. Now, what happened was that transition team update Amudema incoming government was that ECG was 3,000 containers uncleared airport. Now, the current minister, so basically, is the charge of the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. What happened was that there was an update given to the minister by ECG that 2,500 containers were at the port. Now, subsequently, checks done by the minister, any the inconsistencies, the minister put together a committee. Now, committee required a physical inspection. The committee was able to account for over 1,100 containers, and 1,300 were unaccounted for. And another committee, misunderstanding intelligence committee, be a national security, be a ministry, the airport, a mobile. Now, I'm put it together. This reporter, it traces 2,673 containers. At this point in time, the security agencies have in their possession 2,583.
Okay. And what does it mean really to first committee no majuma or moye? And is it say na scope of majuma na limited into your mantimi anye that due diligence to get us result the second committee enya edeyamayen? What happened with omomo de no?
First committee basically no omoye no auditing and validation. They basically know almost more these containers to just go and verify if it's there. What this committee did is that they went a step further to be able to check. Until at this time, we had the security agencies involved to ensure that all the containers are retrieved. Now, I have to put on record that this is an ongoing investigation. And yet a committee in and because when you look at the discrepancies, the way you see even 3,000 transition team the mine and the current figure of 2,673. Like I said, even using their own database, there's a deficit of more containers to be looked for. When you see ECD and so on, this committee has found and traced more containers than what ECD thought they had. And the funny thing is, another very interesting point is, even the database that ECD had, there are containers which have been found which were not in that database. It's important the committee, ever continue more way. We hold an honest belief that once the committee continues the work, there are other containers that may be traced. Beyond that, this work is leading to some reforms. Because one of the major challenges that the committee realized has to do with ECG procurement. Because if a company can procure in excess of 2,600 containers sitting there, will be a shareholder. I don't know what you'd have done to the management of the company by the time. Mm-hmm. And that is why investigations are ongoing to ensure that anybody who has been found liable or will be found liable will be dealt with by the court of law. Now, several ministers are referred to Attorney General's office already, and that the investigative agencies, so they've invited some people, ECD members, and as senior staff, they might be asked to step aside, and then other agencies, so investigative agencies have spoken to them. I can confirm that the former managing director has been invited. His caution statement has been taken. Investigations are ongoing to ensure that some of these things have happened will never happen again, together with the new directives issued by the minister.
Into the former MD, free honor, there was an acting MD before say yebetua ba change of government. Ebebasa acting MD so what has happened to him?
I know that the security service has spoken to a lot of people, and personally, I find it difficult to put the names out quicker. But there's a reason why the MD in particular, because he publicly responded to some of the issues. That is why we're putting it on record that he has been invited and the caution season has been taken.
Do you also know, sir, at the ECG top hierarchy, some of them have been interdicted? Who was our information?
Yes, some of them have been asked to step aside pending investigation. A lot of people think this matter has been swept under the carpet, and as the matter, they are not taking it serious. You have the assurances of the minister that every single container out there will be retrieved, and anyone who is culpable will be dealt with. Because these practices cannot go on. Obi, when you come across some of the facts, you'll be shocked. How do you procure equipment in excess of what you need? At a point, the whole budget is 1 billion approved by the board, and you spend 8.3 billion. You've purchased cables that the ECG and Toby in the next 15 years, they will still be okay. And these are not practices that any corporate governance or any company should go through. There are lots of issues that they're investigating. At the end of the day, we'll follow the Attorney General to advise and then take the necessary steps.
But can we then, from NM Komuayedi and the findings of this second committee, can we then conclude, say, this whole story around say containers ayira no bibia sa NC na say container bi ayira mpo a endru sa 1,300 plus na earlier ebabeto odwa no.
You can't draw that conclusion, okay. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
If we had followed the first report, Minister, I said 3,000. They followed that report, And even electricity company of Ghana, more report of 2,500. And now we couldn't account for thousands here. What do you think would have happened? It is the investigations now costing. That is what has unraveled where we are. I'm telling you, there are suspicions as well. And I'm cautious because I'm a practitioner as well. But there are suspicions of even how the containers have been handled. And already, it will be aware the last month or two, at least about 40 containers were found in some warehouse that they bought it through auction. And all these are subject of investigation as well. And at the end of the day, the Juma way and Koswa, some of these conclusions amount for CCR because we have them, we say, oh, no. The work now, just as we speak today, we make the progress we make. Nobody can draw the conclusion and say there was nothing missing. No. The progress we've made is that these containers, most of them at least has been retrieved, which is good news. Now, they were spread across various terminals. I don't know how eventually they would have located it. And it is also possible that some unscrupulous persons would have even moved it since they were dispersed and nobody knew about it.
The last time a story way by near the home, we intercepted letters apparently from the national security to the management of the port. Say national security person we evacuate containers be first letter na 706 containers and an national security air request your permit to go and evacuate. And a second letter na be 200 and something, be 246, and a national security person who could evacuate. Together, almost 900 containers thereabout. But I share and a report now, Abana, we are told say containers in national security custody, about 270 something. Why the discrepancy?
This is our a very smart question. So what happened was that Abra identified containers. The first move Minister Nier said he contacted the national security to evacuate it and keep it at their safe warehouses. Immediately the evacuation started. They decided that the committee should rather take over and then do an extensive investigation and audit. So national security was able to evacuate just 272. Out of the first numbers. That is why you see that in the report.
Okay. In the meaning, say the remaining containers now, national security evacuate, it is part of the bigger 2,600 and something, all right?
Absolutely.
Okay. When are we hearing anything again around this missing containers? Because the matter has been referred to the Attorney General and also to the investigative committee, we are falling on the Attorney General's office to advise. We say, Minister, any prosecutorial powers. Yes. It is only the Attorney General that has, and mostly the Attorney General relies on the investigative bodies. We, as a ministry, Minister has referred it. We've looked at it, investigations are ongoing. We are convinced that people have questions to answer, and so we are relying on the Attorney General to take the necessary steps to ensure that people are held liable. But me patrol when this is containers 2,000 plus, you in various terminals, canning in our bome or baby bakusisia na. No, they are still at the various terminals in the National Security Safe Warehouse. Chief of Staff, I'm a directive that all the containers should be moved to ECG safe warehouses under the supervision of national security. Also, what Chief of Staff has said is there should be a thorough inventory taken to know the content of each container. And beyond that, the ECG is a very challenged company. Yes. A lot of people have complained about cables and other things. Once you look at the inventory, ECG can begin to use some of them to work because you can't keep them there. Some of them have been there for several years, months. Meanwhile, ECG is in need of some of these materials. So that is the directive from Chief of Staff. It doesn't stop the investigation. It doesn't mean it has ended.
once the inventory is taken and once you have the data, you'll be able to use it.
Okay, but before we clear them to ECG safe warehouse, no, how about duty? What's mutia on the containers, no?
And you see another directive, Chief of Staff, that the ECG and the Ghana Port, should speak, and then together with customs, and then a KBL Hono, they will look at it and they agree on a roadmap. Because the customer chain my ECG risk to clear, it may never be possible, and I say it may take time because ECG, finances, it doesn't look too good at this point. So that is the directive. Once there's a roadmap agreed, the parties can look at it and then they agree on the payment term.
Very well. Lawyer Richmond Roxon, may I ask Bibiania, Yabesia Babidin Komobio? Why?
Yeah, Mr. Thing. I want to assure the people of Ghana that the commitment of the minister and the government to deal with this matter has never been in doubt. And I'm hoping that the people of Ghana will support. In fact, let me take your medium to thank those who volunteered information and the port authorities who have helped to resolve some of these issues. Once it's an ongoing matter, update to be about, definitely we'll share with the people of Ghana.
Very well. Lawyer, that's Papa Panyamin Shaw.
It's me at the council.
Okay. But the other thing, so they say, hello, Obi sending me a message, say me Musao. Or say, Obi, which terminal was National Security going to take the close to 900 containers from?
Initially, no. Terminal port GPH terminal
sure.
To any golden jubilee.
Sure.
The whole face no and another national security
yes.
Beyond that, there are other terminals are listed in the publication. It gives detailed breakdown in the specific amounts and which terminal they are. So that's where the national security we're going to pick up.
Very well.
And let me just use the opportunity to say before I'll be framing no be complaining about the light.
Yes.
Yes. The first thing is that, you're an energy person, so, we do any issue with our generation capacity.
Yes.
Our demand and supply, the supply far exceeds the demand.
Yes.
And we've made the point that fuel is also available. So ordinarily, and it will be electrical challenges. But we recognize that some areas for outages are more experiencing. We share an area like Chadu. What the capacity was initially, you've gone way beyond that. And once you have a transformer like that with time, sometimes a battery overload this a battery and a low voltage this and a lighting they do. We've said that these are investments that the ECG must make. The next few weeks, the ECG will be changing some of the transformers in this town and also upgrade some of the cables. No problem. So in the next few weeks, high maintenance ECG we expect that some of these improvements will happen. But would like to offer now, Mr. immediately call ECG customer service or go to the nearest ECG office. Because one thing we've noticed is that will be a hobby man of a life may do. In his mind, again, say, a dear doom so, remember back, life may do. But one, it may be scheduled maintenance or it may be fault. So one report here, ECG can never know. The way our systems are, any automated would like to do me automatically sends a signal to the ECG. One report here, sometimes it's a minor fault, but they can never come and fix it. So I will encourage everybody who would like to do me just call the customer service. The requisite information will be provided to you. The scheduled maintenance that they will tell you, and then I'll let you know.
Very well. Lawyer, may I say, why?
Yes,
that's a lawyer Richmond Roxon, head of communications at the Energy Ministry. And I'm AD and Como. Ekosiisen, so higher Sempa FM, 49 minutes after 4. Ma menkwa homane subio, be the kind of tuja Emma mo say, NA Chairman Wontumi Eko PMO Police CID, on CID for Eddie Como we are Oko, and Ioko officials. Eba betche na ye kasei owo the custody of Ioko Paul Yandoh Ashanti Regional Communications Director Edema NPP Paul akwa aba na te saying
obi tesia the America trail said the Ekosiisen wo man ni mo no enye obi enye momi ankasantia na enya de papa enya de papa ye koso no enya de papa obi yen kasentia
na asembe na abapo
bisa na bisa biem Andra de ya Chairman Wontumi aba police headquarters ya dia am ya bisa no ono so yi na no isi fo ka o mo Chairman
Paul me paso ya botre Paul o
ya bisa no biara ya bisa no ne e wo se wo reported 3 p.m. e wo police ya di hande no ho betre wo buy when the 5 minutes kwa wo do court yard kwa ne say emnante bia mo na check mo a ye de no aba yoku headquarters awu
anana ogina hin no mutimi mo ane sa no
me see o court yard kwa nte wo ba CID wo da wo bu court yard kwa no a and ya mo no a check mo a me nua ye de na ba ye friend say yoku headquarters ha
Inti uwo yoko hobi.
Sesi amejina ni mura.
Na eno no na ne lawyer ka ne ho ana.
Le lawyer o ka ne ho aya and ya pia kubi. Ya ma na sai kura free wa. Omde ni wura omo dem.
Inti owo yoko ho ane lawyer nka ho.
Yes, o yoko ho ya ma ne lawyer epie ababontia. Enche bia na General Secretary Justice Report Kobia ene na bi so aduru ha omude omawuram na aden obi na aden ede na ekoto wo mayi mu omayi abato ne ekoto ye ana se ye ku ditan ye eye ku ditan ye na ene ede NPP for to prove na NDC for the omu se ejanu se di fa so ji wo mwani obi munkata enne eye Chairman Wontumi ebia na be ya mumubi yo minia
na se we no mati ade kronti a ombe moa ne sa no munni ma de kronti
obi a ka bi yente obi a o edi do wo inside no ani mu no ene wo ye omu betimi ade akate no ma obie ba ye timi atibi obie ni mo hwe na me problem ne say what has happened to the normal way of inviting people ye nim say police dia no ma chokrata abete ba Wontumi a ono mo appointment endra dan enti local for tena woni no appointment here what has happened to the normal way the krata o the phone call the diebe o e dey tin yen ti bi nyesa Don Mahama yo
inti sisi ano na chese iyo ko de anya de a wubetimi afiri wo sa wotwen
me den mafiri ha ya chi the Ashanti regional chairman of NPP obi be ye den mafiri ha papa wonye board member da onye CEO da wonye ene minister da eti pepa na NDC for free ni ho eti obi dia mi bi say eti ye ni ho kwan si ye adwuma wo mai mu ana eti we politics ya say we ye adwuma
lawyer Abbas nya botre lawyer
ya ne katentia
lawyer Abbas
obi
tie me Paul lawyer Abbas Nuruddin say sa kasa se Wontumi nye aban adwuma da onye minister da onye board member da no jaika na eno na nya asem e wonyina so obi awo mrem men kasa sa bio
na obi ya ti o mai mu ministry appointment when e dey ma better than tribute yako me so board board members e ba ye no uhu within the 8 years no uhu say Chairman Wontumi no ye board member me pa cho see opposition be and Yadema Bernard and Chibosiako. That is where my argument is.
Yeah, but say
and then we don't know when you see you. And was also your communication director ma NDC. Eti one separate party no from Abino. One the NDC no ko wura abanyum and Omode Yadu Omope. It will make my Kata way at the Obetimi Akata way at the Jenny a hand time kata, Jan any a hand time kata, and let 2 me back and will dippy as you. It will make say at the
yeah, but enye CEO anase minister nkwana we ya utiminya aban amane say aban free say even as a private individual no why ye bibia a form of mine mra or mine timini wudi enhia say we minister anase we CEO ansa
make ya but in Chairman Wontumi about namu a waka Chairman Wontumi yamano Exim Bank loan say onko dua abro what you say na tikana bedi ni ho na wanya abrofuo no me pa cho de dikan no kura Exim Bank loan of 7 million Ghana cedi no ready about the kura de nam say $10 million but 7 million Ghana cedi and na ye de ko odekodo afuo no ewo afram no nchen na de dikan sa afuo no Exim Bank for and the bank accredited farm managers eba afuo na ye omo na employ farm managers eba ho etite na afuo no enye no krete ho a eye den na Exim Bank for farm manager na wo mu tua nika o ti ase number 2 afuo no ye insurance ema afuo no etite afuo no kwa no anye yi a the insurance can take care of afuo no number 3 ye ma Chairman Wontumi e de na japade e be ye as collateral e de bi si sika no ano etite Wontumi kwa sika no anase afuo no kwa anye yi a etimi fa na japade no e de sika media me say me there the regional chairman of NDC Nana Kwesi say Chairman Wontumi ye de me chairman wo di Asante region and e dis allo ni manu a e manu a wono so ko apply di Exim Bank ho na ye hwese ye kata on fa na japade bi mra na me anya sa me anya sa and your time and your different and the person of the Chairman Wontumi from na nyame tiatie nyame a wotiatie obeka Chairman Wontumi atemama no
na ene ya ne lawyer omoma ne sign echi lawyer Godfrey Dameso eni ho meboa
oni ho kete
it is so wo inside ya ne lawyer anka ne hwin it my friend other lawyers so omomra na
oh baby na tia omonam kwaso but Justice Frimpong Kodua or your lawyer
yeah
and na bi so a lawyer o matime wuram eti e hwese o matime aboa e wo ta kwan no
oh
arewo obi on se wo ka o arewo o maye kwan ya de NPP fo fa so de arewo obi arewo
enti how was the arrest not done mu pie free CID headquarters hono
wo pie ya wo si wo almost test ni so ani se muan ye fia no ko cheka mu ene de ne ko
dabi se omo ba ne be kasa se ye
dabi wo ma ka to ma bi sa me e no se wo ma wo na cheka mu am de ne ko
se car ni be gina be bi o gina ne ye wo ni hye mu
cha pepe
ana se omo fa
ni ko cheka na esi wo no Judgment sa na wo mu eba bedie
anti mu pie ye na no mu wo ne hye car nim
obi areho oman ya Ghana baby ya ba bedu democracy ya dia tumu a obi a nim the rule of law be ye adwuma no ebi mu tietia so NDC fo tietia so Don Mohammed tietia so enya de papa
oh my na say bibia ni a ye bese aba be right
obi mu free mu studio na mo meboa yo mu free studio mo meboa yen na de ekoto onye medamasi
Asembe crass unia Yandoh be kwani pa okrom how and oh Jesus Christ Charlie Yandoh say ye may show ni free Iyoko premises so nti catch them more no monko set you be ne wo ne yeba na de aye de in Yandoh Ashanti Regional Communications Director Edema NPP it is Sir Obama good evening to you. Oh Jesus Christ Charlie. Poor Yandoh you brutal no lawyer Kwame Poku CID na the Paul can also over ho ana
That's more kede ya ho semu
emu de hen no
de waka nyina
oh say you kwa be mo ane de ne kono
obi oye elder wa sorry
yes
asema obi aka we ho sem se obi afre no police afre no start free na no fiada oni fie o mo try so mbe ko ho anyeye back and forth no so mra joada Jordan no any lawyers akọ nra
yes
o makọ interrogation police for the statement be trouble thing and I read that statement
yes.
Ama charges are investigating on it nyina ye hu
yes
hey police for omo adwuma omo be yo cause say there say who say illegal mining no ma betimi akon aboa yo don't know police for statement no the bad bonten no cause how to identify so be air mining without license there do no mining without license be nyina ya ka no so more capacity no and I like as I approach no more you know who fear na aba oni abechew and I say aba be frɛ I mean ebe mo magai yes sir
yes
ya kai statement no na mo sa true statement say nyame adoma ene on samra waba law abiding citizen waba money na dinkomo awie mo so wonko okwa
Paul say we any 5 minutes cry and there were police for
say you see me I sense a setup be
say and no mo ka say omra
no na nra nipa ba interrogation be also e bia why opportunity to bail say bail condition say also report to cry obviously any report to wachna ebia be a 2 days time no aba ye ko police station ko pay bail man ko for the bia
and now every week be abra
ba could be you see if so heinous say officer report to every day ka be gene passport because abasa you say bia
flight risk
obi I mean there's a way lawyer ni ha and let's educate the people na nipa na ba wa ba wie toda obi nema na ekoso nyina aya me kute bibi se ekoso nko police station na me hwe omo actions omo manners ne ade omo konomo bana you ask the judgment am for me ni me conclusion me ben nyina say oh let's show him where power lies
because Yandoh say omo call police and omo ani 5 minutes cry opie ya osane omo staircase na apparently na car ne park staircase na nim dada osane ya na omo wo ne share car na
unko court as a lawyer wakọ put in bail application I grant bail no what PI as ache in Canada
sure it happens
who will be that
it happens
obi and China mana na koso no ye dey
a due process
no problem it depends on the foot and Pawanishe no problem it's a due process and the due process will never die due process will forever be there and there will forever be due process me because I make canini I promise you that even in future it will never change because I feel say I mean my candid views obi nipa bia ya nipa the dignity of every human being the more reason why there's a case AMA they were allowing people to carry latrine
pan latrine
yes the court declared say
the dignity
yes Some something J versus
I think
yes.
No, J Chumba.
No, I think you also the J Chum.
This is AG and the AM.
Yes.
J.
Who saw la trio? Toilets. The uncle force one almost saw a prime. You know why the court came to that conclusion? The court came to that conclusion because on the basis say Nipa that's an idiot.
Nipa be our dignity.
With dignity there.
And that dignity must be protected.
Protected at all times. Ntinese say obia ya wa karaka de so tete afa hodie so immediately obia be so tete afa hodie so bia no I was so sorry you rise up to the occasion. And I'm happy say a convincing sentence 4 versus AG. Supreme Court have clear. Says nipa na exercising constitutional duty there. The mere filing of the application for injunction does not injunct the person. And you say a court demonstration. Who say we are exercising our constitutional duty?
Sure.
A true file expert to file motion or notice so be
until it is expressly granted by the court.
Yes. The kind until be na police for no here or some catch no mote because a constitutional right, constitutional obligation. Obi, Papa, you see, in as much as or your political opponents.
Case name na J Ampofo.
Yes, a Ampofo.
This is AG and AM.
Yes.
Thank you, lawyer Idi Muhayudin. Idi, thank you so much.
Many the muti binchira. Oh, Obi.
Yes.
Dear na why? Ube koma bene na mokwa na yam charge you.
And Iyoko.
Oh yes. You see, security agencies no a dozen maimu a buama editor mine. But I know, you know, that they are interconnected. In all they will still write back to the AG for advice. Is that not the case?
Yes.
It is a CID for your investigations are. How different is CID's investigation from Iyoko?
Sir, we don't know the charges Iyoko investigates. Now we know CID, you know. Maybe Iyoko is looking at something completely different.
Ebia.
Yes.
Now
that's what we can say. That is a fair point.
Okay. And there's a point. Obi yan toyabo ase. Ghana na yewono. Politics ebe 2 years ni panyina wo Ghana. Even in democracy ya anyini no. Starting 1992.
Yes.
It's just 30 something 33 years. Na me kwa msia mwoze. Chobi. Ana asere sama ya na ewu fie ho ne say. Ye political actors no. O man na nya dia o. Ye wonko bi o politics bibi ade politics ko o mfa ho. Obi ebe won so be bisa obi at your age and even at my age. Say, why the Minister for Education kwa unim?
Yes.
Ubisa na say as containers be onim
on take
on fa ho. Ana woman MP politics no. Omo do so che ya MP politics no. And we have a whole grouping, a religious grouping now. Omo so mo kwa there. About to kwa there bone. Omo so. And you think that ye betimi afọ man nyina numu. And strangely enough, if you be an war a war of my room, and I'm because a bush be an war my one. A bush and the see ready, a bush ready, Omina party a phone qua. Oh, boy, at their party being reference. There are some people naturally they are like that. Say, you know, I call left or right. San on Sunyame Bono. And to imagine, say, Obi, me NPP ni. Nese, me wo fa bi ba. And I'm not for Bimpo or no NDC. Now, me turning the states security against him. That is not to say nipa na ya de a eye boni ana say ye crime and say ye chin and investigating. No, far from that. But the point is, a coin na ye fasono aya de na here. So Rambo style. And let me dovetail to the Adenta Kumi saga. Say with the prelims.
Sure.
Young man, Mada on the mine in the bush of water. Police, police phone call soldiers.
Share microphone.
Soldiers, and they plain clothes men. I almost two say omukon. Obi nyo biana. Uhutuwa ni yamunshino. Obi wa tuo nti so ohwa na nse kra eba demonstrations ne public gatherings na that ye allow mo for 2 months. You know why? Obi betimi ase obufu ama wan kan timu a
e bia wakoto.
Bia no akọ discharge. No obi ko to wia. E dey the basic. There's instances are police for near soldier for mistakenly and out of control. Oma discharge, oma tutu, me kan usana ma for crantia say. Ababa ya asema ya deep statement aba ya investigate to omu ye say. Jizo obi ada. Obi a onya hardened criminal. Obi ana nsem no, bi ana sa na o say ya hwefu. Unipa no, onte so akokro no bobi. Se bia otu ni fie. Ebi kra ohwe bia do wo ni fie oni bomb.
Yes.
Do wo ni fie a ye bia sekan a odi twitwa jene. Dan the kitchen. Na okọ ne ho na nye police fo mienu bi ana policeman ba ku bi mpo any bia you plain cloth men bi ko ni fie. Soldiers numbering over 20 to go kamu
Adenta comedian.
yes
Soldier for 20.
numbering over 20 because pickups bear 4 there to team kwekwetuo.
National security operatives and our soldier for anchors.
Na say national security operative no she soldier atade a me hu so soldier ni mele hu so national security operative.
Okay.
Say o police for a ebi wo national security you know. And now kan nyina boma the national security minister and na you nyina boss.
Sure.
And na me boa. Nti no de me de me hu ya ni so mu she soldier atade. Ni akwose ekoche nipa no. Krik obi. Ne asonu mu da sorry ne boxer shorts or the die na she t-shirt so ne nothing. So we and yet just let's show him where power lies. I don't see where, because especially when you have not invited the person. I mean Panibeka say me maybe me ma. I mean say the Panibeka just say oh ma dia. Now call in that Rambo style. Obi, I don't know, you have a justification in a way.
Yeah.
It is not even justified. It is in a way. You went there without even a warrant. Pim the gate. Gate in a boom room. We can't continue to do this to ourselves. And young politicians, you know, and I feel sorry for our own selves because the same state security now, you're turning them against a supposed opponent. No, your opponent will come back to power and mark it on the wall. 2020, the NPP will come back to power. And when they come back to power, these same state securities, no, I don't know about no man all the time. Say a pay who any. Obi aya de nya ya mrano wo ho fa ne fam na kwan so enye kikiki enye kudita na esi change of government and say bibia should come to a standstill, everything should come to a halt. Bibia ya pamuwe ya guwe ya way. We can't continue to do that to ourselves. There must be an end to that at a point. And I hope and pray so the next MPP government will stop this thing.
Will stop Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Well, my main kind message is kakrana fe memorani and share other issues egu yepno so Ekosiisen. If you are joining us now, the breaking news, and it's the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Chairman Wontumi, and he appeared at the CID headquarters pursuant to agreement on the CID for Ekoye as part of the bail conditions. Enra say he should reappear at the CID today. Ene Okoye on the CID for the nkomo ya OPA abesia kwatena ne car mu no. And officers believed to be from Ioko SI arrested in the share car mu ayeka say o Ioko asuye ewo enkran ha. The reason for the arrest not yet known. Into your name, ne one of the 8 our regional communications director ma NPP Echrimua ne lawyer na ekane hono omudru Ioko headquarters yamane nremu bi Honorable Andy Apia Kubi yamane nrem. But later no, the general secretary of the NPP, the national organizer of the NPP, who are both lawyers by the way, enya kwan ewuremu a omunyina wo Ioko asreye. And would see if we can get some details na afe yatwaso. Good evening, Obi. A few weeks to the 2024 elections, the Ghana police invited now Ewutu Senya East MP Na Koyo to ask her a few questions on the ongoing investigations, on an ongoing investigation. She got there and the police locked her up for more than 24 hours. The basis for locking her up was that the positioning of her names differ from her document, and so they locked her up. I agree with Honorable CID when he feels sad, but tell him they did worse. I can give him a litany of such actions against members of the NDC. We every Jifa Gunu. Jifa Gunu is CEO. Ghana Digital Centers. Hello, Obi. Let me digress a little. We should be straightforward with this no stress fee policy. Is there not a policy document on it? Honorable Haruna Idrisu said a different thing during his vetting by excluding all other tertiary institutions except non-public universities. On Friday, Kojo Dankwa was also telling us a different story by including all tertiary institutions and also going ahead to mention that they are paying only the academic user fees rather than the entire fees. Obi, this miscommunication is a recipe for disaster. Let the government come clear on it so that we would not have issues with accountability. Godi. In Tema. Obi, Chairman of Oswampovo was in court for 4 years and over. Did Honorable Kwame Poku CID condemn it? Christopher Ewo Takrade. When she said
but was arrested in a Rambo style. I'm not saying say it will be court. I mean I'm an officer of the court.
yes.
That is where my bread is buttered. Tis obi kokota me kra majumana ekoso up and down.
Yes.
But the Rambo style is where it's where my issues are.
Okay.
Say untumi ofano no kokota. Anya your lawyer for na yejuma ba na ene beko. Now you come and prove whatever case you have against him. Yes. But say Rambo style no, that is the concern. They shouldn't digress. Omomon and cancer no said ye for being kokota na do be kokota yem for so na e boni no. But the approach is what you are talking about.
Okay. We or the Hunu for Jackson or say Obi greet CID for me very well. Obi, the intimidation of the opposition NPP members is becoming one too many. Why are the Kumasi Prime Minister in a Rambo style? Is it why arrest or why are? Check your message and come back. Master Planner Jr. or King Tampo. Happy birthday to Maybell, a nurse at Finney Hospital, mile 11 Kaswa Road, from Amadumpe. God bless you and thanks for all you do for me. That's her message. To you, Maybell. Oh, yeah, nurse. Finney Hospital. And mile 11, Kaswa Road. Obi, how do we allow things like these to become normal? This is East Legon American House to ARS. The K. Billy Clare Junction. Don't we have leaders driving on this road every day? Why are assemblies so dysfunctional and unable to handle low-hanging issues that do not require so much funding? The bane of underdevelopment is the MSAs, or the MDAs rather. Our greatest obstacle to progress is the dysfunction within our MDAs. That's the ministries, department, and agencies. And you are sending video here. This one says, okay. Obi, power is transient too. So the NDC should remember the Newton's third law of motion in everything they do. Regards to my brother Kwame Poku CID. Ibu is in second day. 0548 443 523. Your WhatsApp number, 0548 443 523. Obi, what the foreign minister has done smacks of immaturity. In the diplomatic cycle, such discoveries must be dealt with carefully. The minister alleges the official website of the embassy was cloned by the suspect, and because the website is centralized, our consulate in other cities cannot operate because the entire system is compromised. The local staff cannot do this without the connivance of the diplomatic staff of the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Kobna wanje ewo tema. Kobna wanje ewo tema. Yedase. Noah the Ark Builder. We say, Obi, Dumso is back inside Kokomlemle. He is a man who understands the base of the party, respects party structures, and believes in building a solid foundation that can easily connect every party supporter to the heart of the party, both outside and inside the United Kingdom. With Mr. Thomas Ohineba Boache as the next NPP UK branch organizer, the NPP UK branch will experience a new era of action and coordination, both outside and inside the UK. Vote TOB for possibilities. Okay.
Obi.
Yes.
Thomas, I never watch it. Uncle landing kuhuni now. Oh, or not landing. Or you're correct, papa. Or you're correct. It will be a correct and proper human being. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, Ucho no, I say, I brought you for it. Munya survey in the radio.
Oh, me say Ghana 40, but Bruce for Ninsuti pa.
I don't know, Chese. Ghana 40, but Bruce for it pa. I don't say. That's all I can.
Because a mini scientific way, Biano. It I would say it's a Bruce for it, Ghana for Nsuti.
Timano din the Biamotia, Ekosiisen, Munya scientific survey.
Scientific survey, no saying.
That's because we need scientific basis here. That's so we are survey now. And your scientific, your conjectures be now.
Who's the name who said a Bruce for it?
Oh, some say, my list of 20 people are texting so much. Maybe Mr. Nicholas can come. Or Worcester,
okay.
Massachusetts, or TSC. What I say? You never watch it, OTA.
Yes.
You never see you, OTA, Kwabna from Paul, OTA, Bafo Jemfi, OTA, Steve Gore can come, OTA. Wheezy, OTA, let me CCI. We cry a woman individually. Omo at machine cheese to when YouTuber a year kuo nipa bebre untimi kai.
That's a magic you.
I say din papa there. Say we ase there. Kwa person of us jidin bia wetimi age.
Na me be din ye din papa.
Na da wo ye condom ho advert. Eda.
Omo a sponsor of event aye. And as part of the sponsorship agreement, they have to appear.
Men can't wait. That now watching you.
Man, who's paying our way to us now? Kind of. I have to
respect. Is there only boys in the spinning? Spinning, you obviously catch you. Spinning.
Ekosiisen is the highest empire.
And you the chow stuff for who started? Look over here, five. Aye, me chow mo. Now me chow na. You know, call you man. I'm set time we are so. Okwani nyaka credit. What's your be in a
I mean, first I there over 125 radio stations abroad. Ekosiisen live, and these are even conservative estimates. Stations na edo so bi wo ho fa by nim by the munyina ase. It is you who have made all of us what we have become now.
Ghana for netie no so tie. I share constituency secretary. Is the senior most. It's Mills. Onu so tie. Yes sir. You be nyasem.
Ma mencha apostle tie selfie mensa. Takrade. Oti, good afternoon to you. I hope you're doing well. Weisa Obi, please kindly call on the president and national security to rather focus on stopping the looming danger among Bono and Ashanti youth. There is a video circulating of some young guys openly insulting the king of the Ashanti kingdom, Otumfuo Osei the second. If they don't stop this, it will generate into something else. A word to a wise is enough. Nana Amponsa Bediakon. No, I said there is brewing tension between the youth of Bono and the Asante.
Away.
Now, I said there is a video making rounds. Some youth, ADD, Otumfuo and all of that. But I think he is only drawing the attention of national security to take control.
National security for you know Ghana ni bakunehu. Obi who passes here, yenye savvy bi. Kochre to Facebook page here.
Yes.
See you. Can't send be a threat to national security.
Omba be foul.
Omba just a Dominic be host show no. Omba banya, omajuma na aba. You arrest you.
Where say Obi? In a Rambo style fashion, Sammy Jemfi was whisked away in a car belonging to the national security just after he got out of the studios of UTV. If Kwame Poku CID tells us his reaction, then I can sympathize with him. And that's again from
Jifana.
Jifa Gunu.
Jifa office now what to now ya juma. Assembly say ask Minister Jifa say at that time now ye Sami Jemfino. Ne ya na.
Papa na.
You see, if the answer is no, then it can not suddenly be yes now.
Because there is a change in government.
Of course. Me must know. Uno biwa asema.
But when you flip that coin, so Monswa man kasa sa time, you cannot be talking now.
No man coin better than a man kasana. And I can't make kasa way. Kama call Methodist sorry them na. Is me read this Bible reading no. I am a quotation no na me dey no akushimana. Ana asempefem for mo frame me say me Ekosiisen ana na eka topics no ana manka. You see some now, what did you say? Where were you? What sa omunyanka? They should go and take our tapes. No muntie some kai. Okay. Some of us our stance have never changed. Me can someone net e ma uncle fati we. I no be watching no. Sam George can some dada. Nya ko fa de waka ne ne atwa ne de aba e no kuja to black kwa ana no hu chiri no. Sami Jam feature. Sam said this. Sami for no na egu amai no.
Oh how?
Oh Sami for start free. Sami Jam fee. Ana oye no poto. Ana ba Sam George. Lon so be ye no say Sam. Ana Sam kuja to black kwa ono kra de onu ma kɔ ne pepepe. Wa wie no. E say wow this Sami wo amamu no. Sami be bi on the post. Sami be. Obi I Dominic Momoyo na say Sami for no as say the year of Sami say on say Yesu na yare bitimi yo say e Sami na ye kon ha say bo afuno on say ya pa tell say be Sami for no
we say Obi the whole of New York is listening to you at the moment. Thank you, and we greet our listeners in Bronx and all the other areas in New York. We appreciate all of you. Obi, this is Stephen Enim Yeboah, NPP West London Treasurer. I am listening to you from West Drayton in West London. My regards to Kwame Poku CID. Hey, West Drayton, wow, that's close to Oxbridge. And I remember, say, yeah, West Drayton. Wow, Charlie. Good afternoon.
We are reaching for it here. Honorable Kwame Asafoje, deputy ranking member of Foreign Affairs.
Foreign Affairs.
Because Juma Minyane Bonano, and I've listened to him on couple of interviews. Oh, fantastic. One number match system that's you. Asafoje, you say no diplomacy in Kwao. Yeah, see, cost to found also be diplomacy on there. Yeah, you know, so I hear Juma. You near coas in Ape.
They are not person
and one and the path I don't Namson. I pray say Yamenya Dumna ne dream emblem.
Mama what say Assembly said the Foreign Affairs Minister Ayano Bonnie and
said about there's no you also knew your interview. Aye. No your interview no one say.
And someone I walk out.
And I'm saying me on Matias here.
Saying
Matias Semna see
in the year what is here saying.
Said you're starting interview now.
Yes.
I'm in chat here for. Na omo mo hwe free amanonene Ghana hanyina.
My main candidate was a train honorable MP for Guan constituency, the honorable Fred Agbenyo. Ye share him so about cancer ewa or omedru you be do a mobetenenka. But answer honorable betwas no my main count for syntax tank Emma wana wutie me patch of syntax tank tanker ye destroy insuo to be say amam for dying so na insuo gum amam for office neses insuo gum tank papa men Canada tanker insuo wom kra na free sro be from say by empire in the akasa syntax tank strong tough. It is really solid. You know, enti unya bia ebetimi aboa. The good news with syntax tank and say wo inner white layer. It was a tanks na ka obehwe mu ni mutum emu ye fin kura wu. Syntax tank asi ye fin a obehu because a white watwitwim kama. Wo double layer, triple layer, quadruple layer into unya bia ebeboa papa. Ope bia to a baby awo bia ebetimi deliver e dia brew. It just call us. Here over 300 agents ewo Ghana. Fre 0244 335 168 0244 335 168. Na yemre syntax tank no ebi. Sanso ena MNC Logistics and Supply Limited in so aba ede amount. Se woye wa wadwuma ana se upesa wo revamp se adwuma na wo ye. Wo se adwuma ni mu kena. And as a fake crown will be a juma will be started for cra. Now open supply, so open nioma, edi aye wajuma. Ain't MNC Logistics and Supply Limited Samin Canchel said they will take care of all your procurement, import, and export needs. Say a general good, a product and equipment, ni na umbenya bi edi amount at very competitive rate. Into your born and so from and we know from across the globe, open nioma na fi China, Japan, Russia, Kenya, South Africa, UK, US, Germany, Turkey, Dubai, Bebia, Omuabefa Eddie Abreu. Timely delivery. And all your product will come in very optimal conditions. Tiabebano, Pepe Penya Fina Bebia Moa, Enya, their in-law, your friend, latent defect. Contract law. I say, and over 0302 551 918 0302 551 918 from MNC Logistics guaranteed satisfaction na only one any enkomo. University of Gold Coast, and I love the name of this university. And Mamenchia Bishop Dr. Gideon Titi Ofe Oyekofaba, he's doing some amazing stuff as far as education in this country is concerned. He's doing some really good work. In the Mayenda Nase, Bishop Dr. Gideon Titi Ofe, or say leadership is not about position, it's about wisdom at the helm. It will be when your position, but if you are not wise, and until Solomon Ebedi, he only asked for one thing from God, wisdom. And for that reason, I made the Nyoma be braina ekano. In the leadership is not about position, it's about wisdom at the helm. Join us at the next Great Leader Summit, where 2.0 Next Great Leader Summit 2.0, where two of Ghana's foremost thought leaders, Dr. Gideon Titiofei and Dr. Mensah Otabil, will share insights to shape the next generation of transformational leaders in the way, for every young man. I was say Wukobi. Yeah. And if you aspire to be a leader, and mind you, say leadership, no, and yes, we a company near your manager. If a leadership begins with personal leadership, understand say one person you're a leader in your own right of your life. The CEO of Osei Bonsu Incorporated, and you have to be a leader of yourself first, and you need to have that skill set, no, to be a proper leader, and you have to be here. We are building the next generation of transformational leaders. Theme, no, wisdom at the helm of affairs. Date, 21st June 2025. 21st June 2025. 9 a.m. Na ya shasye networking team time no ebe start be 8 a.m. until kontema no wetimi ahiehyia nkofo baso the University of Gold Coast Hall, Accra Business School, and was Spintex Road. University of Gold Coast Hall, Accra Business School, Spintex Road. Registration no oko titiofei.com/event. titiofei.com/event. Designed for executives, for visionaries, for entrepreneurs, public servants, and all who aspire to lead with integrity and impact. I was say Ukobi. Hashtag executive leadership. Hashtag Titiofei. Hashtag next great leader. Hashtag leadership in Ghana. Hashtag Christian leadership. And a hashtag Dr. Mensah Otabil. Into our nation's probably the two most sought after conference speakers, thought leaders, Dr. Mensah Otabil and Dr. Gideon Titiofei, and Ekasa at this conference. It's amazing. If you feel that passion for leadership, say the Honorable Kwame Pokusi idea can be part of this one. Ekosiisen Suni, a higher Sempa FM. Honorable, my member name on the Ghana Embassy, Washington DC.
Obi mamenchia wati for na wahwe for nso na memo so abaso wo adwumaso a wo ye e de bo ma Ghana se wiabo na yamfa fidi anto ha yentensem a yekoso wo manum and over the period asempa from motimi akavo nichi bia ma mo ho a bia nim se authentic information, authentic news me kwa na metiana menteze Wontumi ache no I mean, and how you get your information and how credible your informations have always been. No, I think say Sabasubudi bia or why chicha and I did bo abaswa. Mona was said, Mamma, Tia Bomma Basu, Sergeant. Obi, my boy Abaswa Vino, Nami Bijana so.
Okay.
A year era. Samuel Okujato
Ablakwa, yes, Foreign Affairs Minister.
The post no. And yes, I in the post need you.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration.
A whole no cry new who know. I'm saying ministry about your bonum. Regional Integration. And as a Chinese say, won't to for injury way. Idiot or no, there's a brother man. But the moon chair say, as a Chinese say. So be a minister for foreign affairs and regional integration. Just say Nima Munu you or ye amrado. Or nona ye ne amanamana fufro nyina nkita hudie odano. No danu wia amanum nkro numpo. Ene continents no so no. Ekwa be fa so me betimi no matena harmoniously. Asam no wie ya no na wo ndia na ewe fi ni efi say the minister for foreign affairs ni aka sa keke and regional integration say regional integration you know ehun hia aka fa me show I say interior minister yes also the ministry na ye minister for the interior obviously it's not the nation I don't know minister be I for then can the on only the deck home. Minister for the Interior. It is officer who here. And then I want to new foreign policies. Obi, we are foreign affairs minister. You are expected to behave in a certain manner. Over the years, for free. Kwame Nkrumah pencil, Fabra, Tracy Bra, even at a point in our dark days in our political history. About 1992. You just even let's limit the conversation to 1992. Never will be the foreign affairs ministers. Never will demeanor. Their caliber. How move to be Peja Omoho. Victor Osu, the foreign affairs minister. President Kufuor, the deputy foreign affairs minister. Nana Addo the foreign affairs minister. Or the president.
Obed Asamoah, right?
Obed Asamoah.
At a point was a foreign affairs minister,
And see, Obi, foreign affairs in there. What if I am a mere or free soon and say I cry immediate past foreign affairs minister. Shelley.
Yes.
Ayoko Boche. We are no Commonwealth. Acquire secretary to the Commonwealth.
Yes.
Share Ibn Chambers more those times. And see, says Obi a diplomat. And nothing who say diplomats no. We are Macra and ambassador on the Comudian.
Yes. His Excellency, no.
Because it gives you a certain
gravitas. Yes.
Gravitas. And when we do, Ankasa. Onye ni packet wow. And see, say your mount such a position, such a huge responsibility, a huge portfolio. Say you cannot be behaving as if there's nothing at stake. And never be ordinarily any normal or any other minister betting me about won't mean yet because of your portfolio. And more example. Minister be betting me at na omayimu. Na foreign policy be na bibi koso e my fufuro no na no atumaka e enkusi aga obi anya ne hwe. In fact enye news kra. But the upper foreign affairs minister ko kabi. Ne hwe de bi si. Ye be capture e dey news. E be capture na e dey news. Intina de bi wa wo nka bi. Over so calculate me the four bi so man ka we akwa damage control. And that is leadership. Obi say oh internet Oxford dictionary will define what diplomacy is.
Okay.
And for the purposes of this discussion, permits me to read it. Or say the profession, activity or skill of managing international relations typically by a country's representatives abroad. We are no abafom. The similes no similar. I say the art of dealing with people in a sensitive and tactful way. The word tactful is underlined. Enti sanka mu pa na nke foreign affairs ministers are enka ye maimu ye say ye tribes ye the kobet my foreign affairs minister anka wo anka tribe be pa na anka de be mo how they speak, how they approach issues, even when they want to insult you, they will be fantastic. Me pacho say oya bia. And you know why lawyers always excel when they become foreign affairs ministers? It is because lawyers will respect my own. Even in court, when I disagree with you, I will not shout. I will not look down on you. What I will say is, I beg to differ. Me no one yajene kwa no me sapa wo chose me no one yajene. And that is how we are trained. And that is diplomacy. Ade ne nya kwa e fa wo man ho de. The brand Ghana a key. Ade bia be gu Ghana animas bia no. You cover it. I say wonu yiri wo fie. No abusuafo ọkọ abusua meeting no mo ka asem fa yere ho say na yere ne be fia no amuramu nanim in their presence and in the absence of your wife or even when she's there as a matured husband there na be obi wo ware a che there na be
so okazo we me o senior wa ware mu
emum we me senior ba na won show ring na me show me ring who be defend wo yere you paint a good picture here skit here kwako so every ya na be funny but be so interesting e sua de said what be fie na o yere kra ye aduane na one wo namfo aba aduane ne nye de was oh yeah me yere dia say na o ne nkate nkwan o me de say na mpem nkate nkwan o ya na mpe say nkate ni bi gugum me wa ne yere na anye ni ye so in the eyes of the public up into ye nice picture tu ye na akodem a akotwi nanim sa abena na dia na o ye then na ogum anim ase ho ye oni ni mienu pe sebi ni bukura mfu sana foreign affairs minister and diplomacy sanity ade kukukuku ade koto ade yimu kukuku no ade kukuku no ade obi kukukuku no ade na asi ade ya na asi a na yentimi emfa tactfulness emfa resolve issue no empanifo aka asem bia to dada say asem bia ni we this kind of chichomo. I'm not sure even the defense ministry ever resolve what we should say. You know why I'm making reference to the defense ministry? Because soldiers there, you know what they do. Do before complain. Master say, hey, stop, hey, even Omumpono. So we issue back. How many times are you soldiers for us about everything? Soldiers. Even when they are on tape, video. So mako baby na bi basabasa si and ashama okay ashama issue today. So ya for the babonti be ka say omukromu nkofo bi asa. And that is proper diplomacy.
But in the face of crime, the extent of which minister epentima yehu ye, is that where you talk diplomacy? You have to take drastic measures, as the minister said.
Crime near day.
Oh, now the okay you want it. Brand be the link for phobia to embassy in the website or DG amount for sika between $20 something to $60 per person.
Okay, and see a brand here no. Digane or Digana Bonnie. Why close down the embassy? And here too, my Bonnie and Koso. And this is about Bemu. Audits baby Koso. I don't even close down those institutions. No, I don't even close down those institutions because your suspect will be Abokrono. A brand na Bokrono, our Bokrono, Etia or Mino. Arrest him and prosecute him. The embassy must run. Obinim say don't watch us here. If Yesusu say a cartel, a kaba, because obviously so only collaborators are going to mean adwuma no ewo. So those people me little research am I need minim about foreign missions. What time be 4 years What's that country back 4 years then you come back to home country. What's about Sakaka? They are deploy. To me, 4 years, 4 years. This is an exceptional case. Assuming say be almost 4 years no crown saying, but because investigations be because who say kronu be because no. Say me and I'm your minister now, and unfortunately I'm not the minister. But bet me come imagine keke, a chair imagine. Obi nkade me yen say, me hu ye na. Me recall you omu nyina say I recall you omu no. But once recalling them, then simultaneously, inversely proportional, na ebisu free your home country echo.
But I will recall it Ghanaians are a free her echo ye. And now, almost recruit local staff.
Yeah.
Ghana for and I say any other country near no US.
Yeah.
You recruit you.
Yeah.
Inti what we call it foreign affairs staff no mo ba Ghana. Na local staff no we ja mo
No, local staff no crowd here. Omu mostly you found permanent. And I on contracts.
Yes.
You and I know. So be our fan on contract. Who person will pay no cry for?
Yes.
It be a 1 month in lieu. And even in this case,
been suspended.
So even in this case, what committed crime crowd here? You know, Vienna Convention. Go and read the Vienna Convention. It's clear. To me, the profits.
Yes. That's the article 42 of the Convention.
Yes, of the Vienna Convention. So the minister cannot tell me so Nima dear way. So why don't you report the local boys there, the local staff there, to the police there? No, we invite you, Omo. Maybe there, my office as the embassy must run. And you quite be my first office never run, you know. Mean to me, ma juma, bonya woody, or crime, you know, and ma may affect your operations. Because in visa application, you one day in the Kwajete, people are in the queue. What a quiet amount time, no, so you saying, say, because Bibi Bonnie Biakoso,
Asempa FM.
Yeah, embassy or Morocco, Yentum.
It depends on the crowd customer.
No, the closure of it, I am wrong in the first place.
It's a no.
Me, they're not also yen. I feel no issue statement. They're not also yen say. You leave escalator staff. Oh, we mean Kaimo Yao. Even when the host of this show passed on, Muja program there.
No.
Why? Radio station mutum. Manu susumina so sebi the radio station you can there. So Danny Bunkum so. Mo nyajuma.
Ebe.
So what is it? What is it? Yet tell my mama an unfortunate incident happened when the certain president of the land Ephraim make abusuafo na tifo ya mo fanche me sabi ofiri mu no ya gasa Ghana come to a hot stance so yentum ti Ghana yenya adwuma bio even deaf wompa amani pano e de yaw ni nipa. Is this the first time institutions ebenya amafo mo ye criminal activities room? This is not the first time and it will never be the last time. So why do you close it? And upon me kawa Adom FM. No money me nyadwene. Nya na wiai. What this statement about say almost have been a Thursday.
Yes.
So why the rush?
Experienced diplomat a free hako.
Aye brofo. Settings. Aye brofo.
And then aye settings.
Experienced ben woman why?
Oman fedi yamba.
Then I challenge them say the woman no more no aye more experienced chen woman. Because as far as I'm concerned, aye clear. They are not Owoho as the consular head no. He's been in active service for 25 years and over.
Ebia omu aye koi 30 years and over for. How do you know?
Debi ona obi ye juma. If legal profession, we know so 10 years and above, all your experience, pa.
Yes.
And it's not to be called high courts.
As a judge, you
yes.
mean? Yes.
Unya 15 years, crowd to me Froko Supreme Court. Meboa. And to say nipa obi aye juma 25 years. Azumi senka oye lawyer near and opese oko bencher and qualify
yes.
to the highest court of the land.
Yes.
It's experience be anywhere channel. Oye juma na che. Enti omfa di ni meto abonten na ehu Philip Osebonsu why adwuma bia 80 years our diplomacy say yen no kra no oye diplomacy no omumi ehu e bia Dominic Kisieboa won so ya adwuma no 40 years na no so yehu ye the credentials ato na wo dey just blank check e ba say yen science ka e pe wo so dia say nso wa bie kwan say yen keka bi. And another angle will be to be a advances argument no. I say Obi Ghana's embassies a war all over the world. Are the accounts not audited?
Yes, sir, they use public money into obviously.
And how many audit your account?
It should be our Auditor General.
Into Papaya I say what create separate account sika wo sa eba ban no ho enyunu fa nchen kogu onu ni die mu said the meeting no kwes why saa de no be
for the past 5 years. That's what the minister said.
Obi, 5 years no. Yeah, auditor general no hu. Any hu.
Minister Chemwa ono ba ye no be commission a special audit.
No, don't forget about the special audit.
That audit no and anyway ababa
that's also is an indictment on the operations of the Auditor General's Department. It's an indictment. For the past 5 years, Nipana yade na yantimi anche no ye na minister aba in less than a year. No such a special audit. Then that is an indictment on the
Kofiton to explanation no ma some info say what the guy was doing, you know. Allegedly what he was doing, you know. And yeah, one where or siphon sike was a bus state ni ho. Inti on mine sike was a onya through embassy and the consular services. Ubenya. But on no extra charges be I no kone ho. In for example, say ebia BB was say embassy in a amount. It was say utria $200 for example. Now Omaya say okay on the system no ebia it was $300. In the $300 the state need $200 no ebeko. Now omona for 100 ne that's all. It is a auditor for example ekwa okwohwe books ni mu a, and this is not to hold brief but just for auditors name so sake no auditor ne kwohwe book ni mo be hu se nioma e wo se state ne nsa kan na state ne de influence na ba
enti die na ajinsara na branch na ya che no ya pamo no se onu nti nipa ba akofo nti emompa ya na mo se mo kan no kro ese ye boarding tumragu anya ne boarding social media so anya I branch here one kwati your name o
yes Fred Kwatin
so de se kwaku kwatin onu so call the kwaku kwatin your name nju kwa ho se hwe oye kwatin ya dia oye na onu nti ya to a whole embassy no so ya two mu no so a enye Connecticut kwa de bio Washington DC ese kasiemo na obviously auditors na because he cannot there was a bus state no one ba so there was a bus state no one as a bad year and guy no there no this kind of kono na why mo there no kono
say from the Ghanaian public na wo na eco access the services of the embassy
and to onye bonintia Ghana as a country
na say Ghana for no now what's the embassy there to do? The embassy is there to seek the interest of Ghanaians
no be na mentia say Ghana sikan de eba
yes at least
and individuals there individuals there onu cha individuals no
yes
or papa movement
and as I say who cha individual Ghanaian that's some of the complaint ba criminal that's not because the fees and charges are embassies nejeno they are approved by the parliament of Ghana.
Yes,
it is the parliament that approved $200 now kwaji $300 and you are committing a crime. That's what it is.
And $300 now, yes. And I'm money 200.
Sure.
And on no 500. I mean that is just a hypothetical case.
Yes.
And you are money chrono. Because any crime is against the state.
Of course.
And you are money chrono.
Yes.
Eti am I
bonnie tia o mine.
Why bonnie tia o mine. Eti we no. I was say auditors knew. So auditors who called it. Hey auditors. Obi, and your mama ni hu no. Sanko for no. Ja. Me no my adwuma. Obi mi si jai. Me no my adwuma. So mo be all the two books. Now mo me say receipt. One I baka cho say book so koto fuel receipt no kwa amfa ma. E be say charge fuel na wato bi wato fuel bi about 2 years ago. Say receipt in a way. You be say charge me kai say be kwa ye bi na fa district no me kwa em ko bonsa ana ye memo na yi ska no ye ko bonsa omo baaye no omo say em fa ye ni receipt funeral donation receipt bra ye hwa ye wu enti e omu ana efo no hu ye no de buy afi do mo se yen san ko fa invitation card I just say invite ye no emra ye din eguso I want to say oh ho skawe say 500 cedis what am say charge you betua alright that is just on a lighter note but also to draw your attention say
diligence
say auditors ni yes omu ye omadwuma ombeye so for the past 5 years now Ghana Audit Service internal audit agency because we say institution be our internal audit and sana the auditor general department kesi pan and external audit it is internal auditors na hu external for no so by omuso but the same auditors no honorable samokuja to abla kwa baye our san commission auditors na no omudo mahu that is my concern. I was saying, I draw your attention. Fast forward. Say, what will be sir? On a quiet side, oh, Guinea Pano, a free ho. Now the new person, Abba, any panic face the charges. No interrogation be over bidding. Oh, scan be cool because I'm not take of tonto. I say, I can't be sharing the boss or by and then also fino. So it should tell you say nyen conformable system no mu a omo yes saade no nti obo omudia ye bo odi en chese ye no kure a step aside eni pa ba ku mienu bi aba nti to close the entire embassy pen new release ya ba ikura chese upon second thought no who say you're wrong so nobody should defend him say no a writer ka now what else you na so but the mere fact say what close your embassy nra now be no Thursday yawada hey that is am na koso no I am wrong because go for year juma and anya visa application ko na ye wo obi am for ko ye other services in fact fani say obi kura nam Washington Ghana ni bibini tuntum na akonfo tan so na awi pene kwa kunu de ababi dinachi no pe bi asiki refuge na embassy no so kokowura embassy ni atum yo beda kowura obeye da kokko obi ya jini nkoso o because according to international law no baby embassy ni si no I think say to certain meters any baby embassy no ayi war no inside I want Ghana even though Washington and she say okwa na nipa ni nya kowura ho a oman no wo mu kwa mra enka no so onya Ghana ni kwa no onya ko ho a nipa ni timi siki asylum ye law school na ye demonstration law students and e ba ayi Kanda highway so na police for no pamo ye na yes ye nko na he no mo omo pay ache ye e wona mu say lawyers obi omo pay ache ye na dwanu ko gina Canadian embassy animu o ba ma ho o ma ho e fi say ho ne Canada ontumi nchie ho oh sa Canadian embassy wo yes when you go gate na security for no na so mo cameras no so police for the drew no mo gina police for also show professionalism ko mu so ya kire mo say honka Ghana territory no you say wutie ya wodu American embassy na omu inside no honye Ghana hoy America have you asked yourself say American embassy in Ghana no the state on the top but say ya to your embassy no over mu serious crime you ya to embassy no ma anya se bia ene ye bia Independence Day wa American ti ene ye nya adwuma ti ene ye party o ese nkofo bi wies ka ho enti ye investigations enti ya tum assemble pa na be about team that should be the question also Ghana for ebusa ye ho especially ye defend minister actions no but I'm glad he's come back to right the wrongs. Say yame yaduma ya wada ye biatum but the statement is incomplete. They should let us know that astute, astute, experienced diplomats. Because Minister Naboyaka, a cowboy, and he said, "Sir, rush in a hurry, closure of the embassy, no. We recall it. Staff no, so mumrefi. And obi okwetena baby be 4 years. Ofa na yere ne manko. Odo yere no mabeko. Odo kunu eno mabeko. In Cocoa Board, edaso ho me wo ho no. Ye wo landing office. Aye wo ho. Whoever is posted there okwetena 4 years. Oh kwa. Oh your bar. You have the rights to go with your husband. I mean your ma. Now do ma ko kotina ho because papa ye akatua o ha no so woji akatua but ye ntua ka in ye currency no because we diplomats tua international rates joma kokko eje woman na fa landing na omo office ne guest house bi onti ya ho de okwa we staff nti at a rebate price okoda okakra ko ntumi nkonkoda hotel kesiem. So you cannot tell me say foreign affairs staff ya transfer and then call Washington DC on fane spouse enko on fane ma enko odo mo be call to recall you mo no una usa because onu kan anye so oba Ghana wo na so omra, so it's at the expense of the states. Utia ne ticket amano ebi mo okra omo level no utimi man economy. Obi also man economy premium and economy plus. Obi also man business class. Are you telling me say aka we nyina say me entitled to business class? The same way my wife is also entitled to business class. What if I go to business class and family here nko economy? What I say? And now to me fa me here nko business class and fa ni kunu nko economy. Na ne man so eh. So policy, no, I don't know the policy. I'm only trying to make kabi. Jisaka staff of over 20 or so. I recall you munina bagana. Saka na edoma ba. Ni esansuli biya kono. Inti adena. You who say ye investigations be in the security services eh. So ya adena why your boni bi ne you so why your boni bia. You know what they do? They don't sack you outright. They will interdict you. To co-interdictional, you're entitled to half salary. It's your half salary, sir. Confirm say investigation say we are ebe sign. She say omo be interdiction kana munti me interdict you ma. Quickly, say still investigations. You transfer the person. Say be omra Ghana transfer and e be a onko Togo, onko Benin, onko Burkina with immediate effect. Papa no akọ. Now investigations cost until time now we move out, no be so movie in. No, a Jumana day, so why do we do this to ourselves?
Very well. Well, sir, Obi, good evening. Please, who is the man in your studio likening the foreign affairs issues to Tapoli ne Iowa? Let's be serious in this country. Dallas and Poma Williams, only a corporate affairs manager, NIA, and a former Eastern Regional Communications Officer for the NDC. Where's the Obi? I want.
Say Tapolini Iowa. Na kono wa chirem how etie. Oh, naka at least we educate here. Unim say when this is from a reliable source.
Yes.
There was a case at the American embassy in Ghana here. That was them years ago. Like, you know what they did? Quietly, we transfer half of their staff.
Without any public.
That is diplomacy. That is diplomacy. I'm unfortunately could diplomacy.
Yes.
Yes, astute diplomats.
My main fight here for Nko Iyoko na yenko hwede Chairman Wontumi nsam no Eko Henry Nana Boache Esquire, popularly known as Nana B, or a national organizer Edema NPP. Nana akwa ba na te saying
Obi reduce so.
Na Chairman Wontumi Iyokofo na China na say odaso wo ho.
Yeah, chance omo ebe Ghana. Na Obi Obakaya ana CID fortune sa edifre Chairman Wontumi. Eno okoye. Amo man the bill. Nene almost akaten say unreported ewo CID. Only police CID for we ya opie ya na ye hu say pickups. Emema gum asheshe o mani max bi kutekute tuo. Say o machem o mo de neko. Tie wewe ma na so mo say yoku no mo de naba. Nti ye bo hwi mini general secretary enso eba ase ya wa ha be don hwi mienu ni be 2 hours ni. Ya ba ye ni omo kasa je obi e ma omo ai bia o wa ha no kwa na so mo be confirm so mo confirm kwa na edi say lawyer wo ho so lawyer en kan ho edi anti ya ni mi say be ko police id na lawyer and ya pia ko bi na kan ho enra na yira go fedam so e kan ho nti ene no ye nim so mo de ba he so mo pa premo no pa premo kan ho on kan na Obi Makasa, yeah, in the new patriotic party. Sir, Mrakwan so also your boy, my buying you remove the other one, your bay. Bobby,
FM.
Sir, Rambo Star, your tour, your sham marks, your pro biaba, show, sir, Obi war a premises of a particular investigative body, police ID, Wako Henra, a granting bill. Na, a one on one side, it's any answer, oh, Johnny baby. Obi a time. I think that you're moving beyond this. We have progressed. I change this kind of rumble style arrest. Anyway, people so trip if you said 2 meters or no. Obiakai. And me need Mr. Tahana, you are Mahama Pese, Namamuniko. Say the 2 years, you do my Emagana. Who is the one another here? Now that only panel call CID on ma or ye economy high action. Yet the tune cars me attention and nim it's an answer Kobe. I told you general secretary party worker. You are saying, yes, but yeah, nobody saying anything to us.
Earlier, yet say, and where you're from Paul Yandoh, your catcher, and he say, ye far na, or Modiniko Iyoko no. Na ne lawyer Andy Apia Kubi eka wo ho ba o ma ne san ba wo ene general secretary ba ne munya akwan wure mu
oh ye wure mu kwata reception
na moko e
but ne ni kakra ne se ye wo ho no obi ne be ka say oh ebo 5 ye benya information bi afiri on maba ebo 5 ne kubu so mo si o omuguso a enti agina
it means say munya akwan wure mu call reception ho no Obi anka ahwenkyerem reasons
debi obi ama reason say they ntimi de na ba ha empokra say obi confirm ya ma ye pa say aha no wo enye ha no wo no kwa no edi ebuza say Roman acha ho Roman do ne kan chechiro pa so me kan cheze oni ho
no why na be ka cheze oni ho
oh na say you your information ha obi ni kan chechiro ho
enti
ye so
mu no mo ehu Chairman Wontumi, the moon, no.
We have not access to him.
Asempa FM.
Hey, and
I don't even know Kwampo say lawyer and the appeal could be what I'm unable to confirm, but Minister Police here the audio. Now lawyer and the appeal coming.
Hey, it is here on Mujina, and he would have saw a reception one. I'm going
to be your bag, I'm one trans and I know on your business.
And it's a moon name of faith, say more coffee or some more train. You don't know.
Oh, you go higher, China. I got a room.
Hey,
I got a room.
It is party for Nabaho Brianna.
Kakawa, party for Kakawa, Momatino, and then national officers. National Ted by Tamabugawa, the General Secretary, JFK, and I say, yeah, train.
Hey, and they are asem kese pa o.
No ba obi ana make say obi and the man bi ho no ma me hu ni say ya trao. Sabe Chairman Wontumi ni dibre ni obi anim o kwa hepa o dwane akwan say any obi na bi adwempo bi che ne dreams bi a e pese me che ne tumi bi ana tumi bai eni pe wo de ne kwhye hodom a de ne kwhye hodom a ayu ten na so beda hodom sa afebo dabi enti sa de na e ma ban no eni mu gu ase no I think say here mama hwenie onya overwhelming endorsement min yin ni za Ghana for to man say omra no be cause such political harassment of the opponent min yin ni za.
Yeah, but Ghana for also to man say he should ensure accountability.
That is why we have promised say here in the new patriotic party we are going to cooperate, but not this way. Min yin ni say ko catch Ghana for say ye ba ye de memma mu say max ni tuo ye be teach nkofo omo free ha na do mo free anko ka san ga be Ghana for ngombo no. So kasa accountability ya bro for what can come on. Now we don't go kasa bank for the tuo chesi nkofo fie we nkofo fie a dika be ka san Ghana for omo ne beji no dabi timi ni say no na Ghana for to man Ghana for to because of what is happening now. Ana yen so yaka say yeboboa am accountability be the
but it seems this may not be ending anytime soon. Inviting people in the past administration, arresting some of them, I said there is more to come. Enti ejuma damuso.
Oh, let me. Anya dia ha, jeno medical gate. Obi, say empograno enkatiaba, na mo person mo investigate, no mo frɛ obi won. We don't have a problem. But this the nature, the style. I mean, I belong to the dark days. Now, I don't talk media. We any today. Obi we any today. Your NDC communicator on no say former IGP you do for 1 month for foreign squad kunkum nkofo. Or say pania na kwakoto small arms commission anu Adam Bona. Or your comfort or you would on a dear tour at the ma bokufo. The person said it. What is your opportunity? Such matters are a border on national security and criminality. What is your opportunity? Now Obi actual petition that my president. Yes, any opportunity. Now no Obi said Madam Vice President, rest well. As your opportunity. Or is he will say your opportunity? Me say and then go arrest in Ghana for Twaba at the Mayura Mahama. Daddy.
Very well.
I don't talk comedian say such a useless arrest.
Mate, Inti, we'll get back to you if need be. Yeah, that's a power. Why?
Miss Mate.
Yeah, that's Inti. Henry Nana Boacheni attending Kano, a lawyer ni a national organizer, Edema, and NPP into Uba yenya videos from the Ioko headquarters in Kraiha party youth and national executives akwako piemu ewo Ioko asreye Uba ubehu and omo aye calls omo a ejina ho edi won ho nkomo the subject of this arrest Chairman Wontumi, Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NDC of the NPP, sorry, into Uko Ashanti Region, no be bring a friend governor, and afano after say o free CID premises say PA na Iyoko for nso etam no edenako Iyoko na bi ye kire mo makwa akowurem na obuse obi a wo ho a obi a ye mumu obi a nka hwe nkyerɛw inti Wontumi na akakro mu nim se ho no wo so baby fufu ne lawyers o mu nim se ne lawyers kan ne ho se ne lawyers enka ne ho a ensem bebre ena ekoso ewo eho. It's 18 minutes after 6. Wontumi is still allegedly being held by Iyoko. Obi and way free Nana ya achempem jantwa.
Nana ya we nyankan kwa me hu se eno so be kwa na so feel. Me hu se we nyankan but Nana ya askwa okay there we are my council kwa ne
Obi, I want to find out if Kwame Poku CID was in this country in 2017, if he spoke against what happened to NDC appointees and non-appointees who were arrested, victimized, and molested, what did he do to stop it? Obi, I've heard NPP members speaking as if they are angels and also playing the victim. This is sad. They introduced victimization to the lowest level of our public and political fabric. Tell Kwame Poku CID to find out about Mr. William Tevi of NCA, Victor Selome, lawyer Chacho Chekata, Kwame Pepra, and Dr. Sipayanki, a legal luminary who were jailed over charges which were not acceptable and tenable. NPP and their cohort and assigns should relax and see the judgment of God in motion. Nanaya Achempem Jantwa, Presidential Staffer, Jubilee House. Where's the Obi? With all due respect, you people in the media should talk against those guys going around wearing masks. One day, armed robbers can infiltrate and kidnap some people. Or say, anyway, my small girl who was involved in an accident was buried last Saturday. Greet her father for me. Her father is called Mr. Stephen Yarrow, who is with the Department of Fisheries in UCC. Wefri Dan Hagan, Ewo UCC. Indeed, our condolences to you and to the family. Obi, tell the NPP that whatever they introduced during their governance is being followed to the letter by this current administration. Ato Kwamena of the NDC in Worcester, Massachusetts. Obi, one of the misconceptions of auditing is what Kwame Poku CID spoke about. Audit is not meant to find crime, but to check the accuracy and correctness of applying accounting standards. Forensic audit takes care of what he spoke about. Godi and Ediwe Abba. Obi, please, I'm surprised you cannot even condemn these Rambo-style arrests. No one is saying they shouldn't interrogate past appointees. So next time, if MPP does same, can you condemn them? Now that you've gotten NDC people as friends. Hey, Obi. Emmanuel Enediwe Abrain. This one says, good evening, Obi. Is this not the same Nanabi who said Ken Oforiatta would be back to Ghana in March? As we speak now, he is nowhere to be found. Time of the Ghana, it's on the OSP in touch. Maybe the OSP knows. Good evening, Obi. There was a time in 1994 when two top embassy staff were fighting and one pulled a knife to stab the other. In defense, another one brought out a knife. Ghana police came in and they were arrested. Russian embassy came in and deported both of them quietly. Honorable Ablakwe's action has affected Ghana's image. Nana Oyarefa. Obi, the whole arrest and Rambo-style behavior is just a show of power and to show some MPP members who really intimidated the NDC and to show them where power lies. Left for me alone, all those they want to treat in this bad manner should just keep quiet and endure it. And we just wait for 2028 and punish the NDC in triple manner. The NDC is simply forgetting power is transient. Senya nencheduya anka netono, sana enka konfonsem. Unela Mponsa, Amsterdam. 0548-443-523. Obi, good evening. Arresting in a Rambo style is not new. Reverend Owusu Bempa was grabbed in church at gunpoint and chained to his hospital bed under the NPP. Bernard Mona was nabbed and detained for going on a demonstration. Chekata was picked up in church and jailed for no crime by the NPP. What about Mobila and Victor Selome, who were tortured allegedly to death under the NPP? Even Prof. Mills' home was raided by gunmen and Akufo. He who seeks equity must do so with clean hands. Hi, Obi. Any one given state support must become accountable at any given time, if not properly utilized for other citizens to equally benefit. Same as giving state responsibility. You need to account for your stewardship. Calling on one to account where there are financial losses to the state shouldn't be seen as intimidation. Just go and account for your stewardship. And if nothing untoward happened under your watch, you would go scot-free. Period. The shouting from the NPP quarters about victimization and other associated negative commentaries are not necessary. Papa Bisiu, Accra. Quite a number of your messages coming through. We say, Obi, the guy Fred may not have committed a crime against Ghana, but there is provision in the Vienna Convention against this conduct by diplomatic or embassy staff. Please find out and educate us. Old boy, Ewokov Town. Old boy, we've done that. Article 42 in the convention. We've already done that. My name is James Abrokwa from US of A. Obi, I did my US passport online and all was well until I went to the post office to submit my document. It was the post office that told me I've paid to some wrong people, but all my information was at the post office. But they asked me to issue a check for the US passport and pay separate postal cost with my debit card. So what is happening? So this is happening everywhere, but not close to the entire embassy. James Abrokwa Edie Enono. Messages are abano edos. We've done 26 minutes after 6. Ehaya Sempa 94.7 FM. This one says, Obi, how could the embassy continue when the same corrupt IT is in use? Will it not be rational for the close down to be effected to enable the IT pull down or disinfected to ensure that the applicants pay the right amount? And it is clear that others are involved in this scheme. As such, cannot go unnoticed through the whole workflow. Hence, proper investigation must be conducted. Eugene Eshen Elliott. Okay, using the counter argument to yours is that the airport, embassy, and your consular services in Kwano Morenda. In the consular services, they be here IT. No, that's not the only thing they do. Cultural attaches or trade attaches or yes.
What is your controller staff near the now?
Sure.
Biba utobi kwa be inquiries keke. So wabana what is Ghana?
Yes.
Ye free krobi ma so mo siaso. Omukro mu kwan nyenyenyenye the whole world omu no mu kwan asai pa nti opese oba no obehwe
kwan na yi.
Esen tuntum so ho pa. So na aboa no aba no obehwe. Is any pa no or the IT here dey. It's just, you see,
inquiries.
The whole idea, they just wanted to, Blackwa, just wanted to sack these staff and employ new ones, and now they didn't call for the call. Beyonce also they seasoned, astute, diplomats. I went to me from within Crown Tobantin. From within Tobantin away. From within Tobantin away.
No one is above the law. If Chairman Wontumi feels he is being treated unfairly, he should go to court. Eric Ewudi Arthur Esquire and Odiwe Apa in a piece of advice to lawyers of Chairman Wontumi and say if they feel say his rights have been abused or breached, he should go to court. Obi, tell lawyer Kwame Poku CID the next time he quote attacks your person on your show again, I'll make sure our elders call him to order. From advertising condoms to Kweku Kwaten, Asembeini, Mami Efia Akutu, and already way up.
Stefia Bacho, Obi dear, on one of you chair kwase mu. Asam no kana the mua, no sudden in number baby. And Stefia ready, what do I want to the Amen Kabi, what dear, a Jawdo and what to no mediano, into my trust will be. Is it or what?
Mate, enjoy instant, cost-effective and reliable intra-African trade and commerce payment at CBG with the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. CBG Kofabai, Akofa system biaba ene se only obi a business within Africa. Now so we train panica. You can do that on the PAPS, Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. Good news, and it's you can make or receive payment in your home country's currency, no longer hala. You know, here intermediary currency bia, which usually is the dollar. When we here, say nipa no Nigeria, you can pay the person in cedis or Ghana, or Belgium can or Nigeria or in naira. So South Africa trianeka in cedis or Ghana on PAPS, then sabekano in rand or South Africa. It's so simple. It won't hear intermediary currency be to make payments. Reliable service. So opposite team we are free 0302 216 000. And as a call, send a mail. Talk to us at cbg.com.gh. On social media, you can follow us on all our handles at CBG Ghana. Chalomo Yejuma. CBG. We stand with you. Our tagline, no, we stand with you. Charlie. No, CBG. Wow. CBG. Adofnum Muntiewe Simabako. Mebasi se Ekosiisen suni.
Attention Ghana, the Green Revolution is here from 11th to 13th of June 2025. The Accra International Conference Center comes alive with the Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025, the nation's premier showcase of fruits, vegetables, technology and export opportunity. Organized by the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters in collaboration with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority and proudly supported by Ghana Exim Bank, Fidelity Bank, Gesa, Agro City, Agro Monte and GIZ with Joy Business as the official media partner. This is your gateway to innovation, trade and partnerships. And the highlight, the keynote address will be delivered by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Book your exhibition stand or register now on www.ghanahotelexpo.com or you can contact 0243 345 7783 or 053 522 4555. Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025. Growing Ghana, exporting.
Oh, good sao pesa odeko baby. And you straight here cry. Felisco San Ghana. Ewo homa. Say ye import to export, trading, clearing, and forwarding. Nina ye be yama o kama. Unya transporter edu nyama be contentem. Say benwo, say wichiru, say Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Burkina Faso. Udi ye kan be bia opesa odeko bia na ye be yama o kama. Na be bia o kago be du bia so. One with me attract. Eye safe. Na ye intentem so. Ne be dru ntemama. Felisco San. Edin ya GDA ewom. Say wo business be ko enim. And one yeshama Felisco San Ghana. We save your cargo, we save your life. Jecha Quine and Watima, Community 8. If we book your house, ya bang Vienna City Hotel. And our friend 024-823-8541 and our 026-212-9553.
Are you ready? You are listening to the CNG Radio Program of the Year, Ekosiisen, on Asempa 94.7 FM.
This certainly is the CIMG radio program of the year. Ekosiisen, High Asempa 94.7 FM. Radio Saibonsu from Yobi in studio. Yawo Honorable Clement Opoku Jemfi, popularly and commonly known as Kwame Poku CID. He is a lawyer and a politician, former DCE, Ewo Amansie South District in the Ashanti region. Obi, tell Nanaya, people were killed in Ghana during the PNDC era. Even some judges were killed. Kojo Bentel from Tamale. Ena Ode Abba. Kojo Bentel, Yedase. Where say Obi, kindly let me know whether this wearing of masks are the same BNI, NIB, or police officers who were arresting people during NPP's time. My name is Unas from Sasabi. Unas, Ewa Sasabi, and Odiwe Abraham. Unas, Yedase. Ma yemra na yenye any other business quickly. Niemfa yen common memory. Unfortunately, Dominic, Honorable, your friend is saying Fred Agbenyon enti me ama me cancer. And then a parliament, resume yenana.
Yeah.
Yes, and I believe, sir. eno entia. Unfortunately went to me ama ba ma yenhwe na yenye any other business na fe yemfa yenkomo no emra awieye. We'll continue God willing tomorrow. We say okay, information I pick it up from Parliament Echirimo. Speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin I refer the 7 Court of Appeal justices are Omanpenyi and nominati won say Omunko Supreme Court. Speaker I refer Wundi to the appointment committee in Ghana's parliament. Nominees no Sir Dennis Dominic Ejay, Senyor Jamefe, Kwekuteria Akaboafo, Philip Bright Mensa, Jamperi Battels Kojo, Hafisata Ameleboba, Ena Simon Subari, Nipa Enson, Ena Mampeni Abo Wundin se Wonko Supreme Court, the apex court of the land. Inti Ena Speaker Eddie Wundin Akwa appointment committee. Yebeshe said ye one veteran no Nioma ABC Ako. Okay. Inti Honorable Fred Agbenyo the apology aba or say Monfa encheno na say Oba studio no he was recalled urgently.
Police for Yoko for Kochina.
Say on sign Emra Parliament. He had to go back to Parliament. When I on quite so Oba and a call nearby and there was a sign because whip efrewa you have to go into Honorable Fred Agbenyo Edisa Achel Pano Apa. Good afternoon, Obi. Have all those NDC apparatchiks sanctimoniously writing to you complain about the wrongs they suffered under the NPP forgotten so soon? What their AFRC and PNDC subjected Ghanaians to? Where did they vanish? The 264 people, including BB Bismarck too, after inviting them to report at Arakan 1. No wonder their leader JDM diagnosed that Ghanaians have a short memory. Seems Nanaya Jantwa leads them in the short memory syndrome. Augustine Yawo Agbenaza Edia or dear Friamanone Abreye Enono. Honorable Kwame Pokusi, any other business name? Sorry, quickly.
Obi, me banana me say only o man he can to container.
Yeah, ECG containers. ECG container no almost say ayera no.
Say ayera ana.
Committee na retrieve containers no. Ewo Tema Port.
O ko hu wei. O ma retrieve no e brofo o ma hu
terminals. Yeah, o ma hu separate terminals be 5. Na kakrawa ha.
Enti time o
so Iyoko.
Enti time o de be to bonten say ayera na o man wa ho a ye keka ye ho we ho no. O ma nye due diligence.
I was supposed me you ano ana.
Say obi na say wo na go topic aba. Na you spokesperson no.
Yeah.
Na me person obi sa question na mami. That time na o mu say ayira. No say
yes, no say ayira based on information or chire mu. At least I want to know another thing but in chire by. Say transition team ni mo figure bi of containers e wo ho. Minister call na a different figure and aba. And then the minister commissioned a committee to validate the numbers. Committee ni by say 1,300 containers omu ni bebia sa containers no. So another investigative team was put together and omodi omo report about and ye retrieval so omo bi.
Obi na titi ya abanya juma na ye to your boase kakra. Na answer the investigations their findings about.
Yes.
At the end of say, why are we always in a hurry to put something out there? Is it just to make it seem we are working? Sa kasa ese kikikida bia omu pe bibia twere ato ye pe bibia ka wan ka bia na ye dai obi wan twere bia na ye dai me afutu am de ma minuanu mabunu ni bi sensem bia ba na we ko twere na we bo me sham se chale na se we wan twere bia na nka ye dai because obe wie no na afi na sa ko pa ho che o na wo sa ko yiwa no if you say ntimi asama men sheda nim ya na e din se metwere bi o na minister de wo bi bia at your disposal in fact obi am fam kogu no so en say ye ka say kikikiki minister ma ye hu containers e wo ho se nya ono na ba bonte be ka say containers ayira kura na ka ye kura ni so containers bi kura wo port wo meboa na fedie wo se ayira fede wo hu wo hia ba bia na wo se egu ayira no e ho anu so mba kaya me betin ha ya ka say containers entumi nyira cause containers ni ataban ye betu container ya de see ship num no e won number utimi kura track it sa akopim se ba bedru nti se container e de na eyira bia ya misplace that's fine as a basic accounting now yeah bank reconciliation na achira bia so amount bia wrongly bia transpositional error of omission why yeah it be dey na me hu say more of e bia misplaced e bia was nke kosi terminal A and e bia kosi terminal B by mama kasa ayira when you are not too sure when you have the final say on issues it is advisable you speak last. Don't be in a haste to always put something out there. Because they say why Obi publication of false news and suffice
intended to create fear and panic.
And the paya mashi show more porto. Imagine me mates be on my juma or porto as officers. Bear 2 weeks, never cry now. But I cry friend say, now when you way, I'm so nya wotra ne makasa. Na adibi koso wo omo. Tan you cry am say, ebia ni kunu cry a chenesi. Yes.
Asempa FM.
Na fear and panic be na chenwi. Obi, if section 208 will not suffice there, because we know about one thing. Ya me gina so me hye wo no about bonten ana wa be ka che say over 2000 containers say
initial no say over 1300 containers
ayra containers makuma 1000 enya de keto o obi si ase ya hye be hye fimu junction so be duru ha wo 1000 containers 40 footer and I said 20 footer side details number
there be no ama
enya containers in kitchen o enya 100 o 1000 100 say 100 meboa
yes
it will be nya djuma keto na be say guso ana ese o muso material retrieve 2000 wan nti obi za empepre hu bebrebe ye de kwai ase djuma ne fufuru o mu bi masa kabio when you have the final say on issues, you should always be the last person to speak. And you're out of order. And then you're out of BBNtina. Say, even on committees, the chairman always speaks last. Even on committees, the chairman or the chairperson always speaks last. To tietie, a fine, no ahwe no aka court of appeal the presiding judge no all of us last we can the so why they say sa trauma ye din kofo go through portal we corner way ba afi kura de obi kura sande ade kura ba mu hwedi yo na Ghana de enchena containers ira international ridicule to foreign affairs minister ridicule you know na energy and green transition na also so ridicule you dey to we ase ba bia say dey we say dey krono dey abrochie ne wa ye bokrono ye wo ya ma mu na ne ma na fira abrochie so abeduru so esa bo ho krono enkosi da ben obi wo se ye to ye bo ase ye pentam edi nsama hye nipa ani nyai It is never done anywhere. Enti omo baka so mahu no oma pagana for chewana. I'm expecting an apology letter to the entire Ghanaian community. Say we are sorry, say Yebeka se containers ayira. Because Yebeka omoka se containers ayira. Now for political football. And NPP for the VIA and NDC for number and say na mafa obi antibi. Usho we aso. And I'm about no ya na matimi we containers na containers na maso and I'm ko na motoma mo. Obi kwa say leader happy birthday. Nyame hira no more ho ban. Afanyo marking. Yeah. So na board chairman for ECG. Yes so no kwa na ton. Man tibia na. So is there any statement pa sankofo ebubo mu din eche wana. Nji aba na ba be kan sa ase yehu sa keke. Ham na akoso ne. Bia wa busuo. Obi na meme kwa mimi tie. So come here na kan se mbone fa me ho a. Wa ha mabusuo. Na nye obi a wa rise abe the minority leader in Ghana's parliament or the majority leader be the minority leader. Kato no se wa wi akọ mini be afanya the containers na fire or the so the ko futuo so mu de kodi aboachi festival I don't know. Ne kato no so. Nti ne wo containers no. Dia say na aka kire no. I say sa na tie. Ya kan sama enya no kwatu ni paso sa later no kra ne beba no. Na no adwo. E kwa ofa so de say nipa no on sa me kan sa bio. Baby ya say wadu no. Untimi sa ho ma. Emesi. Cause bia na it say ya kasa sie obeti ka mu. Obeti ka mu. Obesi wo kaso tobut wasi. Na maka sama to obi so. Obi ya kromfo we containers. Okoya ana eden trim no de coffee. Typical of me mama yokodu. Unya bie no store no bie radio no na de mo beka no no gibi. To nya ba fie no beka say na sise na ekoso na kwa wo yesa wo chirem cross oh jai nya sanete radio for ni sise. Wo chem kura chense bia ma ade ni ntise no oboa.
Sempa FM.
How many of such people near wo? But me am an example. At a point in my only obia enka social issues, no political issues with you. Because when you saw a car, you back so boy. Because of radio be constantly be on radio da. I don't know say honsa. Timpanyu for na me say. Sa missing containers here this share almost say Dubik Mahama senior betra ha. That day kwa no cheche. Se me boa.
Yes.
More investigations cross man friend no. He said it mitie no. Ananka ni papa mu a immediate past managing director of a company and containers ayira na person as containers ne buy. Ya man audience. Ne the report about about say containers ayira. What communication are you putting out there? Atondi. One in call for crony so ma fedi. E de gunu fi. Sesi a ise amusumo hu. Obi. Ise mo be ye dey, mo be pa o mo chewa na mo be ye dey.
Almost the investigations is still ongoing.
Enti sesi na mo hu se enye no krese no amanfo bi na awia. Ana amanfo bi na aye kana na afedi no. Ene na ayo mo. Me se me kan se manya no kra fa obi ho a me careful. In fact me campo better still ne me yedin. Maybe I don't want to say anything about it because me to me verify. I cannot independently verify the authenticity or otherwise of the asem na make no.
Okay.
But at least we know say containers na no mo say ayira no. Aba. Enya sa no mo ka. Enti aba no masem ne say o ma mo ka to om so say o mu na awia no de na mo ye o mo o so mo po mo chew sere bone fache ko ma ye o mo bone at least me kai di be mi nu miensa afanyo ma ken ne Dubik Mahama So afenyo be ko jail o via kiki sa Ghana no nwane nko ba bia o eni yewom Ghana ne enwane Ghana na ni four corners ni yewom obi anko ba bia
okay
na port tema port he ya na se containers 1000 wan ayira na tema port na wonu mantumi anyam investigation na hwe ade beto abonten sa ayira na ho na ono mo se ayira no asan ba wa obi ebi ase hu
o mama nas ne
yese se usum kontompo afidia uyi eja wajo se usum kontompo afidia uyi eja wajo enu bi na atu wo no kasama to nipa so kwa obi our integrity to protect me Ekosiisen for them, I should be the last person to be speaking for them. Because of my past experience. But I say no bar. And yet I will not be sentimental. And I mean bias and your prejudice.
We constituency secretary NDC or Clotte Corley or say Obi kindly let CID know that some containers were indeed found stolen outside and were found outside the port. And no minister said the containers were stolen. They said it was missing. Eugene Ishen Elliott, constituency secretary, NDC.
Minister say, me say, Emma, the communication out there, the two, abontin. We are aware. You put me a confirm it. Say board chairman no cry no kauna we containers no yes I no kan
na obeko prison
ni man kan mo ye artwork nyina say nyina social media no so na ade aye missing na is akokodi wrong person ho na bedu wrong person ho obi what is the definition for stealing to appropriate ade anya wo dia no win sanya wo dia. So that is stealing. It is a day anya their containers nyamudia na bedi mu ho a wonim say anya wo dia because wo kra isigi nyama ba isigi nyama Ghana how individual bele ko kra isigi nyama why
Honorable Mienfensi yemre na so me da se nyame adom e be san so ato aso Ekosiisen so ne high Asempa FM 8 more minutes and it will be 7 p.m. Ye de dwumade ni nyina AC Ochana will be back, God willing.
Oh, there's mine can be big at Ketchup.
Oh, that's a time.
Debbie said me why
yes.
Me bant my phone, Asantaman Mabunene, Ghana, Mabun, NPP, Mabun in particular. Omen made in Como be fair from me. Assembling in Anna said, Omen manage your ball. The Champions League, you know. What's a Mumube Acadian or Tema? Mu you or a T Havana. So, my camera story natural.
Sure.
No, the higher crown. And you know. Omone makasa yenso so aye Ashanti region there no in the giant screen so Bantama High Street. Come and watch the Champions League finals with Kwampuku CID on a giant screen. Kwampuku CID fair ubia in Asia Bantama High Street so number 46 Florida Street Bantama Kumasi in Asia or giant screen Bantama ubenya ice cream kakra di ubenya popcorn kakra we na nijie kakra na ye dia saka kakra na afa ball no na ayefe boy so the be ayefe pa fi se mi timu nim tima koma nim timi ko proper football.
On that note, let me invite all of you to Tema Community 9 T Havana Park and Restaurant. Eho ena Asempa FM UCL Fun Day, no? Yede bremo. It would be massive. In the end, there would be a lot of games from Anopa 8 a.m. till Numera. You match on a giant screen. A lot to eat, a lot to drink. The opposite will be there will be giveaways all over the place. Yeah, Chenioma sa. In the 31st May, me mean that enemy dear. T Havana. Ja. O skao, uniskao, bra. Daddy Lumba with Sika.